Hey, what's going on? My name is Andy Monroe, the co-founder of Bullish Events. And I just want to record this quick video for you guys to break down a case study. So a few weeks ago, we did an event for a client in Dallas, Texas. It was 2 days long. It was a fulfillment event. And for those of you that have tuned into this channel before, you know what a fulfillment event is. If not, I'll define it here shortly. But from this event, we were able to generate $105,000 in revenue. So a six-figure event from a 2-day fulfillment event. And it was pretty cool. And I'm just going to break down the entire strategy for you guys in this video. And I got to catch a flight in about 20 to 30 minutes. Well, I got to leave for the flight in 20 to 30 minutes. So got to get this video filmed. I'm not going to ramble on like I usually do, so don't even worry. Now, the event style was a fulfillment event. Like I said, it was 2 days long. It was in Dallas, Texas. And for a fulfillment event, the attendees were already a part of a high ticket program or a community where they got access to this event. So there was no additional payment. It wasn't an acquisition event where we're trying to get people in the room and to enroll them into a program. It was an event purely focused on delivering value to pre-existing clients. Delivery of service, fulfillment event, not an acquisition event. I have a few different videos on this channel where I break down those two event styles, but just to summarize it all, everybody in the room was a part of a program or a community. They got access to the event when they joined that program or community, which makes it a fulfillment event. It was in Dallas, 2 days long. Like I said, here's some pictures. So this is, we had our boy Nate Tehan. If you guys ever need any event footage or video picture, Nate Tehan Films on Instagram. Dude is an absolute savage when it comes to capturing that good footage. He's not even he doesn't even specialize in photos, and these are the photos he produces, like just insane. So make sure you guys go check him out, and he's the best when it comes to events. So that's me and Ethan just kind of in action. That's me trying to take pictures like Nate, but I just can't do it. So it's like I don't even know why I brought that camera, but yeah, these are some pictures from the event. And the objectives for this event, number one, was to deliver an insane amount of value to the attendees because this was a fulfillment event. So the people that were in the room obviously invested to be a part of this experience. They're in this community. So we wanted to make sure that they had an amazing experience, and we wanted to make sure the event was actually going to move the needle forward in their business. So it wasn't like a conference where it's like, oh, every single keynote speaker is like a high level topic and no one really solves any problems. It's like very feel good. Like there's a few aspects of that. Like you kind of need that in an event. People like to feel good and like get information, but you need to double that with implementation, which we did really well at this event. And the next one was to strengthen community. So it's really good to bring people together in person. If you run some sort of high ticket coaching program or a community, connecting virtually is fine. Like it's okay, but it doesn't really satisfy the itch, the urge that we have. Like we're biologically engineered to want to connect with people in person. So if you run a high ticket coaching business or community, I would highly consider gathering your people in person in some way or another. It'll significantly strengthen the community that you have. Also increasing client LTV. So fulfillment events are amazing at decreasing churn and increasing client LTV. Mainly one of the big reasons there is because of the community aspect. Like it strengthens the community. People don't want to leave a community that they feel a part of. So it really helps with keeping people inside of the program longer because they're so valuable and the community is just so amazing. And then this is where I'm going to talk about a little bit later, but generating renewals. This was a cool strategy that we deployed at this event in collaboration with the client, and it actually works really well. So that's fulfillment events are amazing for getting people to renew, but this event, we had more of a direct return on investment from renewals, which is a little different than previous fulfillment events. So this was actually really cool to try out. And then, of course, generating marketing assets. I mean, these are just a few pictures that were taken from this event. So I'm sure you can see just like being able to post these pictures on social media and like advertise the fact that you're able to fill the room with 50 attendees. This is powerful stuff. Like this is stuff that people are going to be looking for as AI becomes more common, as we get more virtually connected or disconnected, depending on how you look at it. People are going to be gravitating towards the companies that have real community, that are gathering people in rooms, because like I said, we're biologically engineered to connect with other human beings. So having these marketing assets on your side, in your corner, is just going to be a game changer as we start to get more AI-ified in our world. And then finally, social proof and authority, same thing. Like if you are able to gather people in a room in person, that's a special kind of leverage you can't really fake online, at least not yet. Maybe one day you can fake that with AI. Right now, you can't really fake hosting in-person events with AI, and it really elevates the status of your brand and your business if you're doing that. So those are the main objectives for this event. The total event spend was $42,000. So this was including everything. So travel, food and beverage, venue, branding, our service fee, like everything that had to do with the event, audio, visual, videography, photography, everything was $42,000, all said and done. And what's cool about fulfillment events is usually like this is it's the way that you view it. You could look at this as like, okay, I'm going to be spending $42,000 on an event. I'm losing $42,000 to spend on this event, but it's never like that. It's an investment in your community and your service. So you're investing this money into the event, into the experience, to then provide value for your clients, to generate marketing assets, to increase LTV, decrease churn, build community. It's an investment. It's not a sunk cost. That being said, we actually had a really nice, healthy, direct return on investment from this fulfillment event, which most people that run fulfillment events don't really see, which is really cool. We actually had a 2.5 direct ROI from this event, which I think is super healthy for fulfillment events. We were very happy with that. The way that it was broken down is $20,000 in sponsorship revenue and $85,000 in renewals secured. So when I say renewals, these are people that are renewing into the program, the community. They're going to continue working with the client because they're happy with the experience or they want to get more results, whatever it is. That's what I mean. But when I say renewals, and then the sponsors that we included in this event were very, very valuable. That was like one of the coolest parts of this whole event was the sponsors that we looped in, they all solved like a very painful problem for the person that was in the room. So the people that were in the room, they were launching, they either were launching in the process of launching or scaling their remote cleaning businesses. So there was a marketing agency in there that helped with that. There was like an appointment booking / CRM company in there. And there was also like a virtual assistant company in there. And all three of them just were amazing and solved pretty painful problems for the clients in the room. So the sponsors had a good experience, the attendees had a good experience, and we also like to make the sponsors like a part of the experience as well. So I feel like a few of them got up on stage and delivered like a really cool workshop keynote style presentation. So just making sure that the sponsors are like involved in the event. Like it's not very transactional where they're trying to like, latch on to the attendees and sell them the entire time. It's like they're providing value, they're talking to people, and then with that, they just naturally generate business, which is cool. So yeah, $20,000 in sponsorship revenue, $85,000 in renewals. So total amount of $105,000 off of $42,000 in spend. Direct ROI. So this is not even including, intangible return on investment like marketing assets, authority, elevation, social proof, LTV increase, decreased churn, building community, like everything that comes along with fulfillment events. Like this doesn't even include that. This is like direct return on investment, which is awesome. And then here's just to show you guys, like I know some people make claims on social media or on YouTube and they're not really backed up by anything. This is a conversation with the co-founder of the company we worked with, saying that we had 85K from the event and 20K in sponsorship revenue, just to show the receipts there. You never know. Takeaways, some key takeaways from this event. So number one, fulfillment events are incredibly valuable for high ticket coaching businesses and communities. I feel like I kind of already explained this up here in the video. So if you didn't catch that as why they are valuable, just go back and watch the beginning of the video again because I dove into that. Number two, fulfillment events don't have to be non-revenue generating. So I did say that like a fulfillment event shouldn't be looked at as like a sunk cost. Like if you're spending $30,000 on an event and you're not getting a direct ROI, if it's a fulfillment event, it's an investment into your clients, into your community, into your ecosystem. So it's an investment. It's not losing money. That being said, you can still make money from these fulfillment events. And we proved that with generating 20K in sponsorship revenue as well as $85,000 in renewals. Number three, you don't have to sell from stage at an event to actually earn revenue and to close people. That's one thing that like a lot of people talk about online is like, oh, you got to do this massive pitch presentation with all this like pre-framing and seating, and like that stuff does work. But I'm never going to be the one to tell you that there's like one way to do things. That's very like that's binary thinking, and it's just not the way that things work. There's multiple ways to achieve an end result, and we found a way at this event to generate revenue and to close people without ever selling on stage. So like the two co-founders that were running this event, neither one of them ever pitched on stage to renew into the program. There was no call to action. There was no pitch. There was no sales presentation. This was all purely relational. The staff was like building relationships with the people that were up for renewals, taking them to dinner, like talking to them, like making sure it was like very personal and like they're taking care of their clients, because they didn't want the atmosphere to feel salesy, and they didn't want that to be a part of the experience. So if you're hosting an event and you are afraid of like pitching and selling on stage, like you don't have to do that to make money from your events. So that was really cool takeaway there. And finally, sponsors can really elevate an event experience. It's very important if you're going to be doing sponsors or having sponsors at your event, just make sure they solve problems for your attendees. If you are just trying to have sponsors for the sake of having sponsorship revenue, there's not very much overlap between the sponsor and the attendees. It's just going to kind of decrease the experience, and it's going to seem transactional. But if you have like very valuable sponsors in the room that solve real problems for your clients and your attendees, that's going to be a game changer. You're going to make some money for your event. You're going to cover the cost, and you're also going to increase the experience and elevate the experience for the attendees. So that wraps it up. That is the case study on our event with the Home Service Academy that we did a couple weeks ago in Dallas, Texas. Fulfillment event, 2 days, $105,000 in revenue from a 2-day fulfillment event. Absolute blast. If anyone watching this is a high ticket coach or a community owner and you are looking to host in-person events for your business, or you're already hosting in-person events for your business and you just want to scale them up, you want to improve them, you're not really seeing the results that you want, or you know that there's more out there for you to achieve, go down to the description. I'm going to link our free school community. Inside there, we have a couple programs that we used to sell for like, $1,000 to $3,000. It's all completely free. There's also other people in there that are hosting events for their business, like talking about what's working, what's not working. So if you are in the in-person events game and you want to be up to date on what's happening, what's working, and you want to really make the most of hosting in-person events for your high ticket coaching or community business, click the link down below in the description. I'll see you inside the community, and I will also see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.